Hey there, I'm Brandon with Legendary Guitar Products, and here I am again on the tiny couch in the Marquis Theatre, Denver, Colorado, with Nick Wahl. So we're going to go over his rig quickly and then just chat for a few minutes. So if you want to go ahead and give a rig rundown.
Yeah, thanks. Again, as Brandon said, my name is Nick Wahl. For my amp setup right now, I'm running a Behringer iNuke power amp going in, Sans amp RBI going into that iNuke power amp. And then other than that, I just have my tuner. It's pretty simple as far as that goes. And then the cab that you built for me is first bass cab, honestly, and it's phenomenal. It's 612 with the B122s? B122s? Okay, yeah. The 3/4 inch Baltic birch, or 3/4, sorry, Baltic birch. And the tweeters, I forget what the tweeters were, 320 or the one.
I don't remember either. They're from Eminence. I can't remember.
Okay, yeah.
The damn thing, so.
But I love it so far. We've had them for almost a year now.
Yeah.
And since we've had them, I've tried Orange, I've tried Ampeg. I've been loving Ampeg for years, and nothing against Ampeg, but I stopped playing them, and I just solely only play your cabinets now.
Yeah.
That's it. I love them. They're great. One of the cool features that I haven't seen in a lot of bass cabs is the removable half back panel. Mm-hmm. And so you can kind of have more of that versatility with it, and I think that's awesome. I really do. There's lots of things about it that I would honestly promote and more, but I still am learning about it myself. So there's still a lot to learn, and I can't properly promote it that way yet.
Yeah.
But I'm working on it. Some of the things about the cabs are so hard to I guess grasp some of the electronics and stuff, and figuring out like what the different components are in there.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm more of an electronics guy on the outside, I guess, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
More so like computers and doing like the recordings and stuff like that. So.
Well, anytime you want to go over what's in the cab, just tell me. We could go walk through it. So you are like this just motivated, constantly striving businessman that I have so much admiration for. And I mean, Nick, so he reached out to me and said, hey, would you guys sponsor us? And I said, maybe. Let's meet first, right? And then that was how I found Nick and Uncultured Swine. And I mean, you were just like I said, you're so perfectly motivated, and you've done so much for both my company, for your band, and what keeps you going on that? How do you stay motivated? How do you keep the business part of the music alive?
Well, I don't know if it's obvious or not, but I'm a little smaller than everybody else. I had a kidney transplant. I was on dialysis for 9 years, 32 surgeries, and throughout all of that, I kept wanting to survive or defeat whatever was going on and come out on top. And now that I'm better, it's like I want to do that and more with music. And excuse me, it's like an outlet for all of the negativeness that used to happen.
Yeah.
And now it's like I'm writing a musical, but it's like a book or whatever you want to call it, but it's a way to get all of my frustrations out, and it keeps me going because it's I have to keep it going because it's what keeps me going in a sense. Like if I don't have this, there's nothing else for me. There's nothing else to keep going for. Yeah. So it's like I have to keep it going for myself and for, of course, the other 4 members of the band. Because when we started in 2016, I had told Alex that I had promised him, this is what's going to happen, this is what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. So whether we make it as a band and we do it as a group, or I make it happen for us to get us there, I'm going to make it happen. So, and the internet never sleeps. That's the cool thing. Yeah. So you can literally sell your music all night as long as you have the right fans and you know how to properly market it and everything. But literally, the internet never sleeps. Yeah. So at that point, your audience is never ending.
Well, and you're doing an awesome job, man. I mean, you guys, from a business perspective, have gone from playing these live shows at the smaller kind of local like bars and things that everybody has to go through as a musician, and you're headlining this iconic venue in Denver. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
What else do you want to talk about? You have anything else you want to chat about?
Well, let's talk about your cabs a little bit. Like when we, well, actually, I didn't find you first of all, to be honest with you. Val did, and we were talking about trying to find someone or something or some sort of help, because when you're at the level we're trying to compete at, it's not necessarily cheap. And it's not necessarily easy to find someone that is willing to take the time and build something that's going to help you further your sound into the next level. And because that's what even Val thinks, like talks about it every day, like when we jam or whatever. He's like, Brandon was a big part of making our sound from what we were to what we are now. And I totally agree with that. And for the life of me, I can't figure out why it hasn't caught on yet to more people. And I don't know if it's something that I'm not doing right, or as a group, as a whole collective, we're not reaching the right market. But I don't understand, and I think that it needs to catch on, and everyone out there really wholeheartedly needs to try them, whether they come and play a show with my band and we backline and you try them out, or whatever, or you take a chance. But you need to. They're worth trying out. I mean, just because of big brand names, Ampeg, Marshall, Orange, whatever, they're a factory name, and that's cool and everything, but you can go down to any store and get one. That's cool. Okay. But go to Brandon, you're going to have to custom one that's for you. And not only that, but he actually talks to you. He's right here.
Right now we're talking.
And he'll come to your house. We've hung out. We hang out. We're friends. Like, we made an actual friend relationship out of this. Like, you can't do that at a Guitar Center. They'll bullshit you, sure. And I'm not like talking negative on Guitar Center. I have friends that work there and I love Guitar Center. But besides the point, I fully support Brandon and his company, and I'm not going to stop. And I think that everyone should at least try it, or at least hear it on our record coming up. We're a full length. We actually did start that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Especially because we just released the EP.
Yeah.
So, but besides that, we're doing all live guitars with the cabs and everything, so you guys can hear that for yourself. And if not, come to one of the shows. If not, even schedule a day. I'll meet you at one of the jam spaces around town. Not my house, sorry, but around town, and you can try out one of the cabs if you're kind of reluctant. Because I know, like, I haven't bought a custom guitar because of that reason, because I don't know how it's gonna feel for bass. I can go to at least Guitar Center and pick up an Ibanez bass or a Schecter or whatever and say, yeah, this is what works for me. Mm-hmm. But with the custom, you don't really necessarily know, because they're building it to what you want, which is great, but I don't even necessarily know sometimes what I want.
Yeah, and I mean, in engineering, steal the bike. In engineering in general, that's always the biggest problem we have, is customers not necessarily knowing what they want, but thinking they do. And it's a tough hurdle to get over, but you absolutely knew what you wanted, and we made that happen. And yeah, I mean, I think one of the biggest business challenges for any business is just money in general, right? Like, money makes the world go around, and so marketing, getting to audiences is really difficult. But I mean, that's part of why we're doing things like this, to help promote each other and just get things out to the world in ways that are manageable for what we've got, and that's all you can do. So I appreciate everything you guys have done for us, and really, you guys go check out Uncultured Swine. They're playing in Denver like pretty consistently, so you can go find them, and I'll probably be there too, so you can come talk to me if you want to. It sounds like the next band's coming on, so we're gonna have to break it off, but thank you so much, Nick. I appreciate it.
I really appreciate it. Check out Legendary Cabs. Also, he's probably one of the only custom cab building companies that has free shipping.
Yeah, that is true. Thanks, guys.